everyone, I'm Andrew Young and thanks for checking out youngfishing.com. This past weekend I fished a team event up on Badin Lake near Albemarle, North Carolina. It was the first time I ever been on this lake, but I've been told it fishes very similar to a lake that I fish on a regular basis. We started out that morning fishing a point in the same creek as the landing, and that point had chunk rock and grass on it. Well, ended up getting some bites, throwing the big bite baits trick stick on a shaky head just in the edge of that grass, and also on a small crankbait. Well, once the sun started getting up, our bites kind of ended up dying off, so we went running around searching for different things. Ended up having a limit early that morning near about 7:30, 8 o'clock, but there weren't much size to them, so we know we had to go and upgrade some of our fish to at least have a shot. Well, we fished throughout some of the other creeks, fished laydowns, docks, still caught fish, but not the fish that we were needing. Later on that afternoon, we ended up getting on a hump that I found in half a day of practice, and one side of it went from 15 feet to 4 feet rather quickly, and the other side tapered from 4 to 6 to 7 at a gradual slope. Well, our bigger fish ended up coming off the side where it dropped to 15 really quick. I was throwing the big bite baits double tail grub on a Classic Lures jig. The way I was getting bit was whenever that bait would ball up on the bottom in the moss, I would rip it free, and whenever I'd rip it free on the fall is whenever I got the bite. Well, I started out using a chartreuse tail or a chartreuse tint on my double tail grub. Well, weren't getting really any bites, so I decided I'd change, since up there in that region there's a lot of red clay. So I figured those crawfish had a little bit of a orangish or reddish tint to them, so I changed it to a little bit of a orangish tint on the tips of that double tail grub. I used the JJ's Magic, my thiolate, and also the chartreuse to combine the two and get my orange color. We were throwing the big bite baits trick stick on the Evercast forged spinning reel on a 6'6" medium heavy LTX carrot stick rod, and I was also throwing my jig on a carrot stick micro guide 6'9" medium heavy action rod with an Ardent reel and a C400 6:3:1 reel ratio. So these were the baits I used during this tournament and got a lot of our bites. Our better fish ended up off that hump that afternoon, ended up culling a couple fish, so it did end up helping us in the long run. We finished 23rd out of 67 boats, had 12.32 pounds, so not overall a bad day for not only having half a day on the water before the tournament. One of the big things in this event that I really saw is a little bit of change makes a big difference. So next time you're out on the water and you're not getting a whole lot of bites, go and do a little bit of changing, and maybe that will go and start putting a lot of your better or even getting bites in general. So give that a try next time you're out on the water, and maybe it'll start putting fish in the boat like it did for us.